Games Workshop has hit the big time. You could probably say that it's been in the big time for a couple of years now with the recent announcement from Amazon, Henry, the TV, the film deals. There's a lot of talk around Games Workshop and their products. And in today's video, we're going to delve into that a little bit more just to truly show you how big Games Workshop is, especially in the UK, because it, ladies and gentlemen, is getting big. And this may lead into, I don't know, I'm just speculating, maybe someone jumping in and buying Games Workshop down the line because they want a bit of that cake. So let's jump in and let's have a little waffle about this. Now let's jump over to this window as I always do, because for my research, I'm using the Financial Times. Yes, sophisticated rack is out in full force. And this article is all about, as you can see, Warhammer is weird. That's why it works, because Games Workshop now are going into the big time. And just to show you how big it is, the first paragraph really puts it into perspective. Definitely more of the paragraphs, which we'll go into in a second. It says, it's been a big month for Games Workshop. The company will shortly ascend to the London's flagship FTSE 100 index. That already shows you how powerful Games Workshop is becoming in the financial market, and has reached an agreement with Amazon to produce films and TV shows involving Warhammer 40,000, its flagship franchise, and Hollywood star Henry Cavill. There's a bit more information. It goes into a bit more like, you know, the investments, the dividends, all this kind of stuff here, which really shows. But to really put it into perspective on how big Games Workshop is now, is this paragraph. Games Workshop is now a £4.6 billion company, billion with a capital B, right? Making it more valuable than EasyJet, British Land, Burberry, Tate and Lyle. I have no idea what that is. Greggs. Games Workshop is bigger than Greggs, ITV, or Manchester United. To be fair, me going out in a snowstorm and pulling my pants down is bigger than Manchester United, so anyone could be bigger than that. In the market cap terms, it's about twice the size of Wraithbones, the 282-year-old investment company, and more than 3 times the size of Aston Martin. Ladies and gentlemen, Games Workshop is absolutely bloody massive. The rest of this article, by the way, which you can find in the description of this video, is the author basically just going in and explaining what Warhammer is. Like it says here, like Middle-earth battle games, and the umbrella of games that falls underneath it. It goes into some information about like Dungeons and Dragons, Warcraft, just how big like the gaming world is getting in this current era. And I think it is getting to levels now which we haven't seen before. I'll hold my hands up, right? I've always been into like wargaming and like we say, geeky stuff back in the day, but I never really spoke about it with my friends back in the day because, let's face it, you got the piss took out of you back in the day. But now that's not the thing anymore. You're out there, you're talking about, you're building it, you're meeting friends, and you're going out and playing wargaming games every weekend, or, you know, once a month or something like that. It's just a thing that we do now. So this is why this type of business is literally exploding. And this is just not a video of me like just basically jerking off Games Workshop. I'm just trying to show you how valuable Games Workshop is now. Like I said, £4.6 billion. The Amazon deal, Henry, TV, movies. Like, I never thought we would ever get to a level like this with our little plastic figures and our space marines who love purging Xenos. But it's here. It's all over now. And I think Games Workshop are just going to get stronger and stronger and stronger in this market. The next big financial report is out in January, and I'm hoping that we actually get some details on like how big the deal is worth with Amazon. I personally think it's in the billions, but that's just me, because some of the legal jargon is that Games Workshop and Amazon have agreed for merchandise and stuff like that. So let's say, for example, the Henry show or the TV or the movie shows that they actually eventually do put out are massive hits, then they can do merch from that. Like, just look at what happened with Game of Thrones at the start, how popular that got, and all the other books and products and, you know, swords you can put on your wall, merchant scarves, hats, everything like that. I know a lot of people dislike this type of talk because it's like Games Workshop is becoming more mainstream, and a lot of people hate that because they want Games Workshop to stay as it was back in the day. For me personally, I think it can work both ways. Yes, sometimes it works in favor of the company and the models and getting more new stuff, but sometimes it can hurt the brand in some cases. But that is another video for another time. For me, I just wanted to get this out there and put this forward. I personally think, because Games Workshop's becoming much bigger now, I think this could help us as fans, especially as, like, I was about to bring it up, like video games. We've just had Space Marine 2, which is a fantastic game. There is going to be another Total War game, which apparently is 40k. Maybe more companies now are going to start looking at this IP and going, hey, this is coming extremely popular now. Maybe we can start earning money off this, licensing this, and making more awesome material that me and you, the fans, are going to enjoy. This is what excites me about seeing something like this. I will say that because they are 4.6 billion and they are making a lot of bank, maybe we can talk about some of the prices with the models. I know that is always a spicy topic when we come to these videos, but that is probably one of the reasons why they're worth so much, is because how much these models are costing us these days. One thing I will mention while I'm just scrolling down this article, and again, you can read it in the background if you want to pause it for yourself, or like I said, go and read it for yourself, is Games Workshop was a big fish in a small pond. It was like the big daddy shark, but now it's going to this new FTSE 100 index. It's kind of like a small, or should I say, you know, kind of a big fish, but in a bigger pond with bigger fish, let's say. And sometimes when that happens, there's sometimes a fish that always likes to have a little bit of a bite out of you because it's looking like you got to taste pretty good. Could we see Games Workshop actually be bought out by a bigger company? Could that eventually happen? Now, I'm not saying what companies could buy Games Workshop out. I think the only companies out there that potentially could is, because people say this all the time when I'm doing live streams, like Hasbro, Amazon, Disney, which I don't see Disney or Hasbro getting involved. Maybe Amazon, because the rights may be appealing to them. But I'm just saying, once you become this big company now, there's always other companies looking to have a little taste of what you can offer them. I'm not saying it is going to be sold or anything like that, but, you know, theory-wise, you know, maybe 10, 15 years in the future, maybe something will happen if Games Workshop keeps carrying on to be the success that it's doing. But yeah, I just want to share this with you. Games Workshop officially bigger than Greg's. That's going to be the title of this video. GW is bigger than Greg's. What an absolutely heretical story is this. Thanks for coming for Financial Rack today. Back tomorrow with more, you know, Titus was sent to his death by Leandros videos. I've got the evidence, right? It's all down. The foil is coming out, brothers. Have a great day. See you now, and bye-bye.